This state insurance regulatory authority, otherwise known as SIRA training module, is for treating physiotherapists and psychologists to understand certifying capacity in the SIRA schemes. Legislation was amended in April 2020 to allow treating physiotherapists and psychologists to complete the Certificate of Capacity/Fitness to relieve pressure on medical practitioners and injured persons during COVID-19. These changes were originally a temporary measure, however, are now ongoing in both SIRA schemes. The certificates are used by the insurer to make decisions about a person's capacity for work, which may be informed by activities the injured person is currently able to undertake at home. The insurer will then make a decision to determine their entitlements to weekly payments. A Certificate of Capacity is issued under the New South Wales Workers' Compensation Scheme. A Certificate of Fitness is issued under the New South Wales Compulsory Third Party Scheme. There is a single form covering both schemes called Certificate of Capacity/Certificate of Fitness, treating physiotherapist or psychologist. Before the amendments were made, Certificates of Capacity/Fitness could only be issued by medical practitioners. The legislative amendments do not change the requirement that an initial certificate needs to be issued by a medical practitioner. However, the amendments do allow ongoing or subsequent certificates to be issued by either the treating physiotherapist or treating psychologist. This video looks at the key sections of the Certificate of Capacity/Certificate of Fitness, treating physiotherapist or psychologist. Physiotherapists and psychologists can only issue a Certificate of Capacity/Fitness if an initial Certificate of Capacity/Fitness has been issued by a medical practitioner, the psychologist or physiotherapist is treating the injured person for the injury or illness which is the subject of their claim. For CTP claims, where they have general registration under the Health Practitioner Regulation National Law, New South Wales, number 86A, and are providing medical or other related treatment for all of claimant's injuries as a result of the motor accident. This certificate should be completed whether the person was employed at the time of the accident or not. If the person is being treated by more than one type of practitioner, the treating physiotherapist/psychologist should refer the person back to their medical practitioner to certify their overall capacity. For workers' compensation claims, they are SIRA approved. If the worker seeking a certificate has more than one type of injury and is being treated by more than one practitioner, the treating physiotherapist or psychologist needs to consider whether the worker should be referred back to their medical practitioner to certify their overall capacity. It is important to ensure, of course, that the injury being certified is within the treating physiotherapist or psychologist's area of expertise. What am I certifying? Good question. It is required to assess and certify the current capacity of the person, regardless of whether suitable employment is available. You must assess capacity by determining what the person can do, for example, sit and stand, what the person can't do, for example, not lift more than 10 kilograms, what the person shouldn't do they have restrictions that are medically necessary? For example, anything that would interfere with recovery. To explain this further, if you assess a person with a knee injury, you need to consider what they can do. The person can sit in and stand up from an office or ergonomic chair. What they can't do. The person may not be able to squat fully or walk for extended periods, for example, over 15 minutes. And what they shouldn't do. For example, due to your experience and knowledge of injury, you might add the person shouldn't walk on uneven ground and minimise climbing and descending stairs, as you know this may delay their recovery. The purpose of the certificate is to provide information about a person's capacity for work. The insurer will then make a decision to determine the person's entitlements to weekly payments. consider only a person's capacity/fitness for work and/or usual activities. This may be informed by activities the person is currently able to undertake at home when issuing a certificate. The availability of suitable employment or activities is not a consideration for you when issuing a certificate. There is strong evidence for recovering at work. This is supported by the Health Benefits of Good Work, a publication from the Australasian Faculty of Occupational and Environmental Medicine of the Royal Australasian College of Physicians. This body of work is based on Australasian and international evidence that good work is beneficial to people's health and well-being, and that long-term work absence, work disability and unemployment generally have a negative impact on health and well-being. The Certificate of Capacity/Fitness can be downloaded from the SIRA website. The SIRA Workers' Compensation Claims Management Guide is for all stakeholders in the New South Wales workers' compensation system to better navigate the legislative and regulatory landscape, providing a one-stop shop for New South Wales workers' compensation claims management information. Go to sira.newsouthwales.gov.au for more information and to subscribe to SIRA Communications. We would like to acknowledge WorkSafe Victoria for their assistance. For further resources and information, go to worksafe.vic.gov.au.